Hi there, this is Timothy Dolan, the person who does little vlogs on my role as a long-term policy analyst and forecaster. And today I wanted to reflect on a curse of the profession of foresight and future studies, which is the Cassandra curse. Now, for those of you who may not know, Cassandra was a Trojan princess who was blessed with the gift of prophecy, although when she spurned the advances of Apollo, who had gifted her with this trait, also then cursed her that no one would believe her prophecies. And for elaboration, I suggest you read the Iliad and the Odyssey. It's in the Iliad, by the way. Okay, to move on, to advance that metaphor. We are now circa October of 1918, experiencing weather phenomena, frankly, all over the world. But of course, with the United States as a primary cultural leader and a dominator of news gathering and dissemination, the focus tends to be on the United States, as if weather phenomena, again, aren't happening. Extreme weather phenomena aren't happening everywhere. But to the point that as a future studies person who had begun studying that discipline in 1986, there was already ample evidence of global warming at that time. Subsequently, during my 2016 stint at the ADA University in Baku, Azerbaijan, I had the opportunity to meet a very, at this point, aged Russian climatologist who also was a climate researcher in the area of global studies within, of course, the context of the old Soviet Union. And he issued a report along with his colleagues, which of course was really secret. It went to the Soviet Politburo and probably not beyond it, that there was indeed global warming and that there were impacts for Siberia, which the Soviet governmental leaders of the day were probably very pleased about, because in their view, the idea of warming the vast tracts of Russia that were under permafrost would have been a good thing, so that finally Siberia would become more open for exploitation and development, and that perhaps they would then also obtain their long-held dream of a warm water port, although it would have been a formerly cold water port of the Arctic. One of the curses, geographic curses of Russia, is that all of its rivers flow north towards the Arctic, the exception being the Volga, which empties into the Caspian Sea, which is a landlocked lake, frankly, does them not too much good. That noted, we know this, we have known it for over a generation, and now with a latest report from a United Nations climate group indicating a 10-year deadline, maybe literally so, of irreversible climate change, we are again doing very little despite all of the collective evidence to the contrary. So, circling back to the Cassandra metaphor, many of us are gifted not by any particular trait or specific endowment, but of an interest in long-term policy and long-term outcomes of policy decisions. And our non-decision in the case of acting more forcefully and proactively on the issue of climate change, I think is going to be unfortunate indeed. The weather impacts, two major hurricanes that have hit North Carolina and the Florida Panhandle, respectively, this month, are indicators. They are data points. There is not news in them per se. They are indicators of a far, far wider problem that we really need to confront. So again, I speak with all the other Cassandras who have been diligently sounding the alarm on climate change. Please listen, policymakers. Not that I don't believe any one person is going to be able to change this, nor anybody perhaps viewing this is going to be able to change it, but there's always hope. And even though, as I said, it tends to be a Cassandra task, I will, along with colleagues, continue to sound the alarm on this long-standing and long, deepening crisis that we are going through.